你好，祝你有美好的一天。这就是频道 Celebrity News Today 247。这是今天的新闻。
Extraordinary in Chen Qing, lands in secret. This is too strange. Wei Wuxian thought so. My own Taoist couple today is a little different from usual. To make Wei Wuxian say what is different, it seems that there is no difference, still so indifferent and calm as water. Then why did Wei Wuxian discover that Lan Wangji was a little abnormal? It should be said that when reviewing official documents in the morning, Wei Wuxian was sitting next to the bookcase and laughed when he saw the interesting Zetsi. Ha 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 ha, Lan Zhan, look at the mess here, Lan Zhan. Without receiving a timely response from the past, Wei Wuxian raised his eyes strangely and looked at Lan Wangji. Found that Lan Wangji was holding a folder, his eyes fixed on the door. Not knowing what he was looking at, he could see clearly. Wei Wuxian followed Lan Wangji's sight and looked out the door. He didn't see anything. He pouted slightly, leaned over the bookcase, and put his head in front of Lan Wangji's eyes. Lan Zhan. Seeing Wei Wuxian's rare play tricks, Lan Wangji smiled even more. Wei Wuxian's eyes rolled around. I don't care, I want to make up for the lotus root rib soup with your hands. Okay. Wei Wuxian squinted and smiled, alive with a delicious carrot. Rabbit. When Lan Wangji got up and walked out of the quiet room, Wei Wuxian's smile suddenly fell. He had never seen Lan Wangji's look. Wei Wuxian always felt a little uneasy, worrying between his eyebrows, and rushed out the door. Discussing important matters with several great immortal clans in the elegant room. When the end of the elegant room came out, Lan Wangji looked up at the sky, and found that the sky was dark. Lan Wangji walked slowly towards the quiet room. When I walked to the small courtyard, the quiet room was dark, quiet, and no one was there. Lan Wangji lowered his eyes slightly, and stood quietly outside the quiet. The night sky did not know when it started to snow, like the flying catkins, falling on Lan Wangji's hair, brows, and shoulders. The subtle coldness of the snowflakes recalled Lan Wangji's thoughts. Lan Wangji finally lifted his motionless state of stillness and raised his eyes to look at the door of the quiet room, just like many years ago, when he was very young, the night when I knelt in front of the steps of the quiet room. It was still such a snowy day, waiting for the door that would never open again, and waiting for someone to open the door for him. Suddenly, the quiet room suddenly lit up, and you could vaguely see countless lights swaying in the room, revealing a warm yellow halo, and a black silhouette was projected onto the door. The shadow raised his arms and opened the door with a crash sound. The light in the room ran out eagerly, pouring on Lan Wangji's body without hesitation. All at once dispelled the darkness around Lan Wangji. Lan Wangji's eyes were squinted by the light, only to see the black figure walking towards him with the light behind his back, unable to see his face. But even with his eyes closed, Lan Wangji can clearly know who is walking towards him. The moment Wei Wuxian opened the door, Lan Wangji's figure came into view. Dressed in frost and snow, with loneliness all over his body, deep eyes can only stare at himself. Wei Wuxian seemed to see Lan Wangji, who was stubbornly kneeling on the steps and waiting for his mother to open the door. Such a small ball, stubborn and pure, makes the heart tremble with pain. Wei Wuxian still remembers when Lan Wangji, who was drunk, lowered his eyes and told himself that he had no mother when he was listening to Lan Wangji 16 years ago. The loneliness and sorrow under the slender eyelashes. When the black figure walked in front of her eyes, Lan Wangji could see Wei Wuxian's bright smile and the soft water light hidden under her eyes. Embrace yourself with the warmth of the burning candle in the room. Lan Zhan, I missed it before, but in the future, every snowy day, I will accompany you by your side. I drank wine, you play the piano, and we will appreciate every snow scene in this world. Okay. It is good. The heartbeat echoed this intention. Lan Wangji thought, how lucky he is. Not only waited until the return of the person who thought, but also waited for the day when the door was reopened on this special day. Lan Zikan stood outside the courtyard. I remembered that Wei Wuxian rushed to find himself this morning and asked himself what special day is today. When I answered him that today is the death of their mothers, Wei Wuxian showed a suddenly realized and distressed expression. Lan Zikan was slightly surprised. How much love for the other party's heart can he feel the pain of the other party so deeply? And now, looking at the two figures hugging each other tightly in the snow all over the sky, Lan Wangji lowered his head and smiled, quietly leaving in comfort. This world, there will be such a person who loves you so much and puts your pain in your heart for 2 lifetimes. There will also be such a person, in the crowd you will always be able to see him at first sight. When he appears in front of you, all the pain can be healed, all the sorrows can be comforted, and all the silence will be dispelled, bathed in his gaze. The whole body seemed to be under the warm sun, exuding the fragrance of joy from the inside out. Author, Children's True Colors. WB. Reprinting is prohibited.